In this video, we want to talk about this IRS Letter 6419. There's a lot of hoop just happened in the last 24 hours. The IRS is sending out this letter on advanced child tax credit. So, Debbie, you want to kind of make a couple of opening comments because this is really important in getting ready to do your tax return.
Yes. So number one, watch the mail for this letter coming in the next few days or weeks, depending on how fast our mail service is these days. But what is going to be contained in this is if you have received advanced child tax credit payments starting in July of 2021, going through December of 2021, if you've received all of them or maybe just one of them.
Or maybe you opt out. We have clients that opt out of this, so they may have payments for July and August and not for the rest of the year.
Right, so if you even received one of them, you're going to get this letter. And this letter, all it's going to contain is the information about how much you received in 2021.
And the kids, the number of kids you received.
Yes, the number of kids you received it on. So, Larry, why is this important? Why do they need this letter?
Well, first thing is they need this letter to do their tax return because if you qualify for child tax credit, you may or may have not got the advance payments. So in order to reconcile your child tax credit on your 2021 tax return, you will need this letter because you'll need it to fill out the appropriate forms.
Right, because if you didn't, for some reason, if you didn't get this child tax credit advancement during 2021, you're going to get reconciled and you're going to receive the rest of it, what you should have received on your tax return in a refund form.
Yes, and the other thing I might say real quick, backing up for just a second on this, it's so important that you save this letter. Now, at the end of the video, we're going to tell you what happens if you didn't save it or you lost it. But for right now, you've got to realize this letter is, as we speak, in late December and early January is being shipped out. So if you go to irs.gov, they actually, until yesterday in a news release, said we're going to be sending it out by January 31st. They've actually been sending it out starting about Christmas week. And this news release was the fact of, hey, save your mail, save this mail. So I can't express enough. It's going to say, you know, there is tax information enclosed, so you need to save it. But again, to get the purpose of this is to reconcile the correct amount of child tax credit, no matter if you got advanced child tax credit or not. But you have to have this because it may be like the stimulus payments were last year. The number one error on IRS tax returns was not getting the right amount of the stimulus payment. So we've covered the letter, we've covered what it's going to tell you, the amount you receive by month, and the number of children qualifying. You'll need that to do your return. Now, Debbie, you and I, prior to this video, we looked for the letter. There's not really a copy of the letter. Don't worry about that. It's just a couple of data. I think we need to do maybe another video and look at what are the options if I don't get the letter. So if you'll look at what's here, you know, at the bottom will be a link to additional videos we're doing. The takeaway is you're getting this letter in the mail. About estimate 36 million letters are being mailed as we speak. What we'll do in our next video, we'll cover what happens if you lost it or what happens if you didn't get it.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that video because it's always possible that it gets lost or maybe you moved and they don't have your right address. So if you didn't get the letter, we're going to do a separate video on what to do so you can find out your information to get your taxes prepared accurately, because no one wants to receive a notice saying that there is incorrect information on your tax return.
You may have your letter, but if one of your friends doesn't have the letter, it's going to be a real easy way, much different than we've seen in any tax season in the past. So again, thank you for listening, and we'll see you on this next video on what happens if you lose your 6419.
Thanks, and have a great day.